Annabelle, there was a time I once told everyone that I believed I would never get married, and if I did, it would be a long time before it happened. The truth is, when you stop looking for something, that is when you find it. I will forever be grateful for the phone call that I made to Caroline, asking if she would come and help lead worship for the church camp I was helping lead. It is because of that phone call that Caroline was able to convince you to come help as well. I will never forget that moment that you came through the doors of the church. I instantly felt a connection and wanted to chase after you from that day forward. After 2 short days of knowing you and being around you, I told Isaac that I was going to marry this girl. As crazy as that sounded to him, in my mind I was completely serious. I never imagined someone could be so perfect for me, yet God gave me something so much bigger than I could have ever imagined. Despite the horrible timing of having to return to Abilene for school and people telling us this was a bad idea, somehow I was still able to convince this amazing, beautiful, and talented girl to take a chance with me. I remember sitting in my driveway with you and you looking over at me, asking what we were going to do, and how you had every intention of coming to tell me that this was a bad idea and we shouldn't do it. I grabbed your hand and looked you in the eyes and said, we are doing what we want, regardless of what everyone thinks and our situation. And we're not going to pass up a gift God gave us just because it's scary or hard. And if this is really what we both want, then I'm fighting for it, no matter the distance or the time. We are going to fight. You got emotional and you realized that this conversation did not go as you planned. God was watching out for me on that one. I promise to love you always, cherishing the good times and holding you up in the bad. I promise to always strive to be the man that you fell in love with, always pushing myself to be a better man, leader, and husband. I promise to always serve you and to provide for you. I vow to always be faithful and supportive and to always believe in you. I vow to treat you with the love and respect that you deserve and to put your needs before my own. I love you now and forever.
Colton. When I was a little girl, I always dreamed about my future wedding. I wondered if I had met my future husband yet. Little did I know, I had his number in my phone since I was 13 years old. I prayed about my future husband a lot, and to prove it to you, I found a letter from when I was 14 years old titled, A Letter to My Future Husband, and I want to read it to you now. September 12th, 2016. To my future husband. I know I don't even know your name yet. I don't even know what your laugh sounds like or what your family is like. I don't even know where you are, but even now you are so special to me. Being completely honest, sometimes I wish I could fast forward to when I get to meet you or even marry you. But the truth is, the reason I'm not being pursued by you yet is because I'm just not ready, and vice versa. So as we go through this journey of life, I want you to know that I've been praying for you, and I will continue to pray for you. In the meantime, God has working to do on our hearts. As I am patiently, not so patiently sometimes, waiting for you, I will continue to grow in Christ's love, and I pray that you will do the same so that our hearts can be prepared when we finally meet. Praying for you, Annabelle. You see, I prayed for you, but I never thought I would find someone like you. James 1:17 says that every good and perfect thing comes from God. I know that you are a gift from the Lord, someone I would have never found on my own. After a hard couple of years, long distance is finally coming to an end, and there are some valuable things that I've learned through it that will be a foundation for our marriage. First, I've noticed that you always celebrate my presence. Whether it has been a day or a month, you are always so excited to see me. I vow to always celebrate your presence. Second, we've been forced to really communicate about everything since we haven't been able to see each other in person. As someone who spent the past few years studying communication, this is obviously really important to me. I promise to always communicate about the good and the bad with you. No matter what, we're going to talk through it. Third, we've experienced some loss together, and we've had to lean on each other. We've lost some people that should be here witnessing this today, but we were able to support each other through it. You have picked me up on really low days, and I've done the same. I vow to always be someone to lean on when life gets tough. I will always pick you up. There are a million things that I could say and a million promises I'd like to make, but instead I'm going to read a verse that describes how you love me. 1 John 4:18, there is no fear in love, perfect love casts out fear. You've never given me anything to fear. You make me feel safe, and I pray that we strive to perfect our love every day by casting out all fear.
So today we're here for a really important thing. It's not just you two joining a marriage with each other, but it's also a marriage between you guys and Christ. And that's really important to understand, that you guys becoming husband and wife is not just a covenant between you guys, but a covenant with God. Colton, my hope is that you cherish Annabelle, that every single day after this point, that you look to her not as somebody that walks behind you or in front of you, but beside you. And Annabelle, same thing, that I hope that as you're a wife to Colton, that you really take the time to support him. You guys can get through anything together. And at this time, I'm happy to present you now as Mr. and Mrs. Colton Tuggle. Now you may kiss the bride.
And I know now, together, you guys are going to walk hand in hand and continue to share your light of the Lord to all. Colton, you have found a one-of-a-kind, Christ-centered, people-loving, selfless 10 out of 10 girl. And even though you skipped the application process, do not think I wasn't taking notes. I'm so glad that Annabelle has a man like you to be led in truth and light, and to have a protector so bold as yourself.
One thing I wish y'all have is that he will always encourage you and consider you his partner, his teammate, and his right-hand gal. He makes the best partner, and I know that together you will conquer the world. So here's to making many memories together, and may Colton never leave you stranded on the side of the mountain.